what Connie has done right on protocol. I can't do that, it will be mission impossible. Let me greet our Honorable Minister, Professor Nzimande, in this room, our Deputy Minister, Dr. Gina. I know something that others don't know. Let me also greet our DG, Director General, Dr. Cele. Let me also greet our DDGs who always are supporting. And when I saw them this morning, DDG Zwane, I was comforted to know that you are here to lead us, and me in particular. DDG Imran, I will not put you on the spot and tell you that your interns yesterday missed you. You don't know, but we call you the principal. I don't know, who, the vice chancellor is Bongi. The principal is DDG Imran. Thank you very much for being here. And let me also acknowledge the chiefs of staff and the ministry, as well as the advisors present in the room. Unlike yesterday, where Minister and Deputy Minister, where it was indeed celebratory and fun and games, I think today calls on us to change, at least refer to the work that we do at the HSRC. And this conference, it is at the heart of that. Let me also acknowledge the CEOs present here. Thank you very much for the support from NRF, as well as from SANSA. And you will see some of their inputs, firstly from NRF this morning, and in the afternoon, we are signing an MOU, a deliberate MOU with SANSA based on the work that was initiated inside DSTI about disaster recovery in the country, led by DDG Zwane. I want to just say a couple of things. Mine is a very short one. I want to just say a couple of things about this engaged research conference happening today. Maybe to be precise, let me just mention 6 things that I think hold all of us and should hold all of us together in the next two and a half days. But it's not just the 2.5 days. I want to also do a special welcome to our science diplomacy delegates who are in this room and in the other room. They come from different parts of the continent, 32 countries represented as part of our summer school engagement on science diplomacy. And some of the graduates, not interns, graduates from last night, some of them are joining us today. A special welcome to all of you, because that too is engaged research that we pride ourselves as the HSRC. Firstly, for us, the first core principle of engaged research is collaborative knowledge creation, co-creation. And what you're going to be witnessing and what you're going to be experiencing the next 2.5 days is not just us, again, talking to ourselves, is us engaging with different spaces and those different spaces interacting with us. I'm very happy that this morning we are also welcoming our Chief Electoral Officer, Mr. Mamabolo. I usually stand in podium to make comments about the work that we have been doing over time. And today I'm particularly nervous, Mr. Mamabolo, that you have an opportunity to do a rebuttal. And I'm hoping that you're going to be kind to us. Welcome. To relevance and responsiveness, the number of times, and the funders who are also in the room, the number of times that you've pushed back on certain things, but the number of times that we've also pushed back and said, but this is what the research is saying, and therefore let's indeed tell the nation that a certain political party is going to be below 40%. Even though it was not a popular thing to say at that point, very risky, we held the line. 3, mutual learning and respect. I think as the HSRC, we want to ensure that as we engage with communities, as we talk to communities, as they talk to us, that relationship is a symbiotic relationship and not what we have always been accustomed as communities, which is an expropriation of what others call data, and for us is not data, is our way of living. That mutual learning remains important as an important pillar of co-creation, but of new methodologies. As I was listening again yesterday, and I've been teased about the notion of epistemic justice. And Minister, this time around, I'm not rushed by Derek. I know how to pronounce it. It's not Setswana coming into the fold. It was just Derek forcing me to speak very fast. As you can hear, I can speak very slowly. I think there are many people who are wondering, she can speak very slowly. The notion of epistemic justice is at the heart of the work that we do and we want to do moving forward as HSRC. As I joined HSRC in 2023, it was very clear that the role of the HSRC should be that of promoting justice at the center of it. Justice at the center of it. For transformation, there is a value in having research that at its core seeks to look at marginalized communities, at its core wants to promote equity and inclusion in its approach, in its findings, even in its being. I think for me, it has also been about engaged research about HSRC that seeks to be in partnership, and that collective impact remains important as we proceed with the complexities that we are faced with, be it funding challenges, and I'm not going to talk about that, funding challenges emanating from particular global shifts in the world, or simply us not being able to listen very closely to our partners in asking the right questions. I want to conclude with the notion of inclusivity. Part of this conference has that at its core, but it's not just a conference for us of seeking new ways of doing work and research. It is very important now, especially for the humanities and social sciences, to claim and reclaim its space in the world, especially now, where the work that we do as in the humanities and social sciences is not under siege because we're not doing the right thing. Sometimes it is under siege because we don't do the right things. It is under siege precisely because we are doing the right things, of calling injustice where there is injustice, where voices are being marginalized, where women are being marginalized, where we ignore certain communities because they don't happen to be in urban areas. And ours as HSRC is indeed to cross those boundaries and ensure that everyone is heard. I'm asking all of us, as in the next 2.5 days, and I encourage all of us to be bold and think collaboratively. Yes, to challenge HSRC. We're here, and for the first time, I'm going to be sitting there, Mr. Mamabolo, listening intently as you engage with our work now and in future. I'm asking all of us to also be very aspirational about the country, about the continent that we indeed want and where we should be going. With that, I want to conclude with this, and this afternoon we're going to be launching a book, The Future of South Africa, the future South Africa we want, Democracy at 30. Minister, In the last 18 months, I was very new in the HSRC, and typical minister gave me an idea, and in the last 18 months, I've been telling the team that it's my idea. I've been telling the team, colleagues, this is how we're going to put it together. We want community voices, not statistics that tell us about where our democracy is at 30. Now that you're here, I will declare, colleagues, that it is the minister's idea, as always, calling very, very precise. I'm very busy, Sarah, as you know. Here is what I think HSRC should be doing and could be doing in this way. Let me know when it's done. I'm here, Minister, to at least inform you that it is done. These are stories. These are stories of democracy from Wentworth, from Langa, from Platintain, from Soweto, from Kwakwa, from Matsulu Township in Mpumalanga, and from a village in Limpopo, Luka village in Limpopo. And we are going to present this to both you and the Deputy Minister at some point. And I know that you also want the highest office to also receive a copy. We've made sure that we tell the story the stories as is. Some of them might require the highest office to sit down a bit before reading. With that, Mzi, thank you very much, and thanks to everyone.